Ramirez. Opposite spiker number 1, Clint Mateo. Outside hitter number 2, Jeff Marapok. Middle blocker number 5, Michael Medalla. Setter number 11, JC Narciso. Middle blocker number 21, KC Andrade. And their starting libero is number 18, Philip Pepito. Their head coach is Mr. Sammy Akailar. Introducing the starting lineup for your Philippine Army Troopers. Beginning with their team captain, outside hitter number 5, Staff Sergeant Jailo Labide. Setter number 1, Private Nico Ramirez. Middle blocker number 9, Private Kevin Liberato. Outside hitter number 11, Private First Class Edmar Oxiano. Middle blocker number 16, Corporal Joel Villonson. Opposite spiker number 18, Private Christian Narciso. And their starting libero is number 10, Corporal Kenneth King. The head coach of Philippine Army is Staff Sergeant Melvin Carolino.
We welcome you once again to our coverage of the Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference. You have the Philippine Army Troopers going up against the Perpetual Kinto Tyres Altas. And we take a look at the starters for Perpetual. Of course, Luis Ramirez leading the way for them. And the rest of the guys there for Coach Sammy Akailar. Meanwhile, para naman sa Philippine Army, Enciso, Villonson, Labide, Oxiano, Liberato, Ramirez, and Viking continues to be their libero. And we are set to start this match inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila. And you're catching us over on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco alongside Julius Shoson and Ayana Perlas as our courtside reporter for this match. Yos, we mentioned yung Pool A, no, medyo tough yung groupings na yun. You have NU right there. You also have the Navigators. So it's gonna be a tough grind to enter the top 2 for that Pool A.
Tama, no? Nakausap ko kanina actually si Coach Maki, ang season coach nitong Perpetual. Medyo nakita niya nga yung pool nila, medyo jam-pack talaga. Kasi nandito ang NU, Ateneo, ayan yan, the Navigators. Pero kita-kita nga natin, mukhang paggaganahin nila dito talaga si Luis Ramirez. Dahil kanina din nakausap ko yan si Coach Sammy naman, may sakit yung ibang players nila. Dalawa sa players nila may sakit. So, tignan natin kung makakalong. Kasi minsan, alam mo, pag medyo masama yung pakaramdam mo, kahit may game ka, kaya mo ilaban yun eh.
Oh, may adrenaline, kumbaga, yes. You're pumped to play a match like this one. And as you mentioned, a good start for Perpetual despite those limitations. It's 2-0 to start this match. And serving for them is Narciso. The setup job. Narciso sets up the play and the point for Perpetual, courtesy of Medalla.
A good start, no, dito for Perpetual. Ayun nga, isa si Medalla. Sa kanina sinabi ni Coach Maki na medyo masama ang pakiramdam. Pero kitang-kita natin, nakapuntos agad dito si Medalla.
Medalla had 3 points in their last game. Nasubukan agad itong Perpetual. No? They faced NU Santa Elena for their first match. Is that an advantage if ikaw yung Perpetual na nakaharap mo na agad yung isa sa malalakas na team sa groupings? Or would you prefer na, okay, we start slow until makalaban natin yung matataas na teams?
For me, there's an advantage din doon sa part na yun. Kasi nga, makakalaban mo agad yung parang mag-expect ka agad na malakas agad yung makakalaban mo. So, for sure sa mga next following game, mataas na agad yung start ng ano mo eh, ng mindset mo. So, madadala mo na agad yun sa mga upcoming games.
From the get-go, no, dapat hindi na kailangan mag-warm up. Kumbaga, high intensity already. High level of play. Meanwhile, Army gets their first point after that service error. It was a 4-0 start for Perpetual. Ramirez with the receive. The attack. And it's a point for Perpetual. That was a powerful hit by Mateo.
Mateo also a setter spiker, sabi nitong ni Coach Maki kanina. So makikita natin mamaya kung magsiset din siya.
Maganda yung may mga ganong players who are versatile, no, in your team that can play multiple positions. Definitely an advantage. Pero ito, simula pa lang, 2 service errors na yung Perpetual.
So giving away 2 points dito sa start ng set na to, no, medyo kailangan humabol dito ng Army kasi nga medyo slow start sila.
Oh, that was sent back. And a violation for Ramirez, which means another point for Army.
Good cover there, no, by Kevin Liberato. So si Liberato ito, nakasama ko to dati sa VNS. Nakasabay ko din siya maglaro for Spikers Turf also.
And Narciso. That was sent back. Blocking has been on point as of late for Army, and that is wide for Mateo.
Medyo malayo sa set, medyo malayo sa net yung set doon. Medyo hindi masyadong napag-adjust itong si Mateo. Kaya naman, nasa ilalim na siya ng bola nung napalo niya yung puntos na yun.
3 straight points for Army to cut the lead down to 1. Oh, what a hit from Louie Ramirez.
So ito, nakikita natin, no? Masisimulan na. Napapakitaan na tayo ni Louie Ramirez na hindi natin masyadong nakita last time sa game nila against NU.
9 points for Louie Ramirez in that loss to NU. That one happened last October 25. Army, their attack is long.
Sa akin puntos na yun, no? Kasi medyo wala masyadong blocker on that side. Kaya lang medyo malayo yung pagkakapalo nitong si Liberato.
So after a 3-0 run by Army, Perpetual answers back with back-to-back points, 7 serving 4. Medalla with that serve combination does not work for Enciso. Narciso with a set and the point for Mateo.
Good adjustment ito for Mateo.
And we reach the first technical timeout. It's Perpetual Kinto Tyres up by 4.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Now, today actually serves as a championship game. As we all know, the Perpetual Altas to be the NCAA champs. Pero ang Philippine Army naman champions na rin as they just claimed this title last Friday in a military volleyball league. According to Coach Bong Carolino, this is the first time his team will ever have that champion mindset, and he is sure that this will do them justice in today's game. Back to you.
Thank you, Ayana, for that report. Coach Bong Carolino. His team down by 4 points, but I'm sure a good boost, no, after winning in 5 sets in their last outing.
Tama. And ayun nga, no, kasi magandang boost ng confidence talaga rin sa game na yun dahil ayun nga, magandang simula para sa kanila dahil kahit pa paano medyo dikit talaga yung game na yun. Sobrang dikit talaga.
Again, 4 pools of 6 teams each. Top 2 from each pool would advance to the quarterfinals. So each team only has 5 games to play in the eliminations. Ramirez scores off the block.
And I believe that's the 7th attack points na itong Perpetual for this set.
Louie Ramirez able to get that one as Perpetual extends the lead to 5. Nine serving 4. Medalla continues to serve. They go back set. And that's a point for Enciso.
Finally, a point for Enciso. Medyo mahirap talaga block pagka medyo pag left-handed yung spiker. Medyo advantage yun itong Army, no? Dahil dalawa yung left spiker nila.
Unorthodox, no? Itong mga As you see, Andrade getting that one.
Also left-handed na quicker naman for Perpetual.
So the service is short para kay Clint Mateo. And Narciso had to chase. And Ramirez sends that away.
Grabe yung elevation doon ni Ramirez. Sobrang taas talaga. Kahit medyo off-ball na yung set, no? Na-adjust na talaga. Luis Ramirez, no? 3-time NCAA champion na. And hoping for fourth this next season, sabi ni Coach Maki.
Of course, their head coach, Coach Sammy Aquilar, ilang titles na rin yan for Perpetual as Oxiano able to answer back.
Actually, ganyan nakausap ko din si Coach Sammy, no? Naka 14 championship na ang Perpetual na siya ang head coach. But kung sinabi niya kanina na kung sisimulan daw yung championship ng year 2000, ay nga 14. Pero kung sisimulan daw nung 1985, plus 5 daw. So total of 19.
Ganong karami yung
Ganun karami
championship.
na.
Meanwhile, Lapide able to score another point for Army. And they cut the lead down to 3.
Also, isa sa mga abangan dito sa Army, no? Si Sir Labide. Grabe. Sa kanya mo talaga makita yung age is just a number. Kasi nilignan ko kanina yung date of year of birth niya, 1986. Grabe. So, around 37 or 38 na.
One of the veterans here in the Spikers turf. Perpetual able to get a point back as they bring the lead back up to 4. It's 12 serving 8.
Receive.
Nico Ramirez with that point for Army.
Lucky point there for Army dahil medyo nag-over-receive na nga yung receive. And ito naman Perpetual, medyo kailangan nilang i-lessen yung errors nila kasi doon nakakaroon ng puntos talaga ang Army.
That one checked. Ramirez medyo nag-alangan but it's back with Perpetual. Easy pickings for Army. Here comes Labide. But that one is wide for Benjaylo Labide.
Medyo sumobra yung less dito ni Labide. Medyo iniwas niya talaga sa blockers kasi kita nga natin na lalaki ng blockers dito ng Perpetual.
So bumawi ni Labide. And that one inside.
Medyo na-miss hit na yun doon no, ni Labide. Kaya lang, bumaba pa rin yung bola at bumaba ito doon sa corner side ng Perpetual.
Ang ganda rin ng performance ni Labide in that 5-set win over the Navigators Iloilo. He scored double digits, Yos.
Yes, actually, tatlo sila ang nakakuha ng double digits dito sa Army. Kaya naman, ayun, aabangan din talaga natin yung mga kung sino magko-contribute dito sa Army for this game.
Sila Labide. You also have Enciso. And of course, yung napag-usapan natin sa start ng coverage sa si Wewe Medina, who is actually coming off the bench in this game. He started that out for Coach Bong Carolino.
Actually, knowing Army, no, talaga nagsashuffle talaga sila ng players. Pinapaunan talaga nila minsan yung mga veterans. And then, yun nga, magsashuffle na along the way. Kasi nga, minsan talaga may mga off the players na hindi natin alam kung sino gagana for this game.
But to have Wewe Medina off the bench, I'm sure yung Army may tinatago pa yan there. And sent back by Perpetual. The lead is now up to 6. Which brings us to the second technical timeout. Watch the Spikers Turf live in HD and on demand via Pilipinas Live. Enjoy the action anytime, anywhere, and on any device. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com, where we have our poll question of the game. Who will have more aces or the most aces in this match for both teams? You can answer that over on Pilipinas Live, the newest app for your favorite sports action here in the country. Jeff Marapok will serve for Perpetual. It's now a 6-point lead. And again, outside for Labide. And you can see his frustration kasi kanina pa niya sinusubukan yung ganong atake.
Actually, no, medyo gigil talaga itong si Labide. Kaya naman nagre-result ito sa mga errors nitong Army. Diba talaga pagka may gigil, kapag di mo nakokontrol yung gigil mo. Kasi gusto mo talaga mag-contribute eh. Gusto mong pumatay. Gusto mong pumuntos. Lalo pa ngayon. 7 points na or 6 points na ang lamang itong Perpetual.
Yung service errors ng Perpetual keeping Army within distance. But this is a comfortable 6-point lead for the Altas. Barika will replace itong si Labide for serving duties. Let's see if he will be able to string in a couple of good serves para sa Troopers. Oh! That's what you hate to see, no? Yung, of course, someone sent in for that specific duty, although medyo malamig pa itong si Barika.
Ayun na nga, no? Siya ang nagbigay ng unang service error for the Army. Pinasok siya para mag-serve. Kaya lang nga, ayun, medyo na-miss-hit. Kasi nga, yung jump serve niya, medyo high risk talaga. Although, Perpetual already has 4.4 service errors na.
Barika picks that up. That was the first service error for Army. Mateo will be the one to set it up. They go to Ramirez. Viking was there for the pickup. Oxiano. That's a point for Army.
Good adjustment there, no? By Oxiano. Kahit dahil covered na siya ng blocker, pinatama niya na lang. Kaya lumabas yung bola.
6 points pa rin ang hinahabol ng Troopers. Oh, that's kept alive by Perpetual and they get the point.
Kaya sinabi natin kanina, no, medyo pag nanggigil ka talaga, mas malaki yung chance mo na mag-commit ng error.
Well, first, a timeout for Philippine Army.
Walang enjoyment, ha? Pumuntos na tayo, wala man lang nangyayari sa inyo. Ha? Sabayan. Go tayo, ano nangyayari? Go lang tayo, maglaro tayo ng maayos. Ilabas nyo kung ano dapat ilalabas, okay?
Galaw tayo, galaw. Sabayan mo, pag nakascore. Army!
Troopers!
Coach Bong Carolino calling for time and trying to wake up his boys. Napapag-iwanan sila dito in set number 1.
Kasi napansin niya, no, medyo hindi gumagalaw masyado itong Army. Nagkakapunto sila madalas sa errors itong Perpetual. Kaya naman ginigising niya yung team niya.
Let's see if they will be able to answer Oxiano. That was popped up by Perpetual's libero Pepito. And finally, that ends the drought for Army.
And then, another error for Perpetual. Kasi i-over na lang sana yung bola. Kaya lang nga, ayun, medyo lumabas.
Ito si Coach Melvin Carolino, one of the more active coaches, no? Kita mo, trying to really pump up his team. And he will make a couple more changes here. Inserting Depamailo and Abdul Majid. But still no signs of Wewe Medina, no? Yung third best scorer niya in that game against the Navigators Iloilo.
So, yun yung mukhang nire-serve talaga nila coach kung mukhang pinaghahanda for the second set. Kasi kita natin dito, pinapasok niya na yung ibang players niya.
5 points na lang ang kailangan ng Perpetual. That one not over for Ramirez. The 5th service error for the Kinto Tyres Altas. Jong Barica will head back to the bench, replaced by Labide. Back row attack. And that's a point for Louis Ramirez.
Almost a good dig na ng libero itong Army. Kaya lang sobrang medyo malakas talaga yung palo nito si Ramirez. Hindi na control yung palo na yon.
Lead is back up to 7. The biggest so far in this match, in this set. That one is a save. Credit that to Mateo. And then Perpetual again, turning it into a point.
Ito, nakikita natin yung rally nitong Perpetual. From good cover, good dig. Nako-convert nila ito into an attack.
You like their effort, no? Of saving each point.
Yun yung hindi natin masyado nakita last time sa game nila against NU.
Ooh. But that is a violation, overreach.
Yes, correct. Overreach. Kasi nga, nandito pa sa side ng Army yung set. And papunta pa lang sana ng third touch itong Army. Kaya naman, tinawagan na ito ng overreaching.
But Army, a costly error at this part of the set. After that lucky break given to them, tatawag ulit ang timeout ang Philippine Army Troopers.
Go lang tayo, go lang tayo.
Lapit.
Kuhanin muna natin, wait lang. First ball muna natin. First ball, Nicky. Tatlong spiker mo. Sabay mo. Kevin, pasok na maayos. Spiker, pupuk naman tayo. Buhay tayo sa loob. Ha? Hindi tayo mananalo kung ganyan tayo nakatahimik ba? Magingay kayo sa loob. Magsalita lahat.
Mula muna tayo.
Final timeout used up by Coach Bong Carolino to try and salvage this first set.
Sometimes, no, kasi kahit medyo malayo na talaga yung lamang nitong kabilang team, kahit medyo, alam mong malapit na matapos yung set, kailangan pa rin niyang gisingin yung team niya para madala niya sa next set.
Next set, no, may onting momentum moving forward. And that's what they did as a response from Army, courtesy of Abdul Majid. Timeout will be called this time by Coach Sammy Akailar.
Dito ka sa gitna, pumunta. Dito nga, pumunta ka sa gitna. Dumiritso si Clint yan eh. Kaya dito. Ikaw yung dito sa porsyento, back row ka. Pag ganyan ang play natin, ganyan, dito ka sa magigitna. Ulitin ko, be quick ka, dumiritso ng 3 si Clint. Ikaw ang porsyento dito. Pag nag-alangan ka, dito ka pumunta back row. Okay, gusto niyo ba? Ako, isang magandang receive. Go. Hey, you work! Oh, hey.
Perpetual Kinto Tyres Altas drawing up a specific play. Coach Sammy Akailar wants to see his boys execute this one. Let's see if they will be able to get a point. Not just yet, says Army. Labide. And that one a point for the Troopers.
Finally, Labide getting a point off the block. Kasi yun yung hiningi kanina ni Coach Melvin, no? Na paluin nyo talaga. Bigyan nyo ng effort.
Although medyo malaki-laki pa yung hahabulin nila dito. 17-23 is the score. But Medalla sends that long, medyo mababa. Yung set na yun.
Di pala ang lahat para dito sa Army. Kaya pa yan, no? Kahit 2 points na lang. They only need 6 more points.
Slowly but surely, the Army Troopers crawling back in this game. Narciso upset. Mateo with a push. The setup. Enciso is denied. Oh. Not sure what Ramirez wanted to do there, but it's Liberato who apologizes for that miscue.
Actually, it's a quick set. No? Hindi lang tumuloy itong si Liberato. Kaya lang kung tumuloy siya dun sa part na yun, baka nakuha nila yung point na yun.
Lithuania will replace Narciso. And right now, Perpetual at set point. And it ends as the attack of Liberato is sent back by Ramirez, and Perpetual Kinto Tyres Altas will take the opening frame. Let's take a look at that last play. And a comfortable victory for the opening set, 25-18. We'll be back with set number 2 here on Pilipinas Live. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila for the continuing coverage of the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. First set done, the Perpetual Altas getting that one over the Philippine Army Troopers. It was like an easy coast to that victory in the opening set. So yung nakita natin na ginawang tama ng koponan nito si Coach Sammy Acailar.
Medyo talagang napaghanda nila itong game na to, no? Kitang-kita natin. Hindi masyadong mas-stop itong si Ramirez, itong Army. Kaya actually lahat napapagana. Yun nga lang, kahit sobrang medyo nakakarami sila ng errors, nababawi naman nila ito sa mga attack points.
We saw that Perpetual dominated that set number 1. A lot of attack errors on the part of Army. Sa kabilang banda naman yung Altas, no, service errors. Yung medyo nagpatikit do sa unang set na yun.
Ayun nga, no? Sabi nga natin kanina, ang daming errors itong both teams. Kitang-kita natin, no? Sa huge 9 points ng both teams, nagkaroon ng 9 errors talaga. Kaya malaking factor yun, no? Coming into this game. And then, yun nga, 14 attacks for Perpetual, only 8 for Army. And then 2 blocks for Perpetual and only 1 for Army. Ayun nga, kanina, walang more on service errors na nakita natin. Kaya naman nakita natin, walang service aces.
Right, and this is what you were mentioning a while ago for Army. But before we get to that, we'd like to thank you all for joining us for our coverage on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco alongside Julius Shawson and Ayana Perlas, your broadcast team for this match. And Army will get their first point of the set. And right away, we were looking for that guy, number 13, Wewe Medina. Pinasok na.
Ayun, nakita natin, pag-shuffle ng players ni Coach. mukhang pinapabuelo lang talaga niya itong kanyang team.
And Narciso is back on the floor. Ramirez for the back row attack.
But Louie Ramirez, sabi niya, ayaw niyang bigyan ng chance itong Army mabuhayan. Kaya naman, laban agad itong si Louie Ramirez.
One all to begin set number 2. That was a good serve. Ramirez with a set by King for the coverage. Nilipat kay Enciso. Oh, players not ready for that. They were able to save it. The save as well. Para kay Pepito. Enciso. And that's a violation on the side of the Altas.
Army looking good here. Ang ganda ng simula nitong Army. Kasi dito natin, compared to the first set, no, medyo mas maingay na sila ngayon. Medyo mas magalaw na sila compared to the first set.
Two serving one. It's Labida with a serve. And Narciso. Ramirez wants it. Then gets it.
And another point dito for Louie Ramirez. Talagang kailangan ng Army mabantayan itong si Ramirez.
Medalla will serve for Perpetual. Chance once again for Army. Enciso, return to sender.
Medyo nahirapang mag-adjust dito si Enciso dahil ang lalaki ng blockers din talaga dito ng Perpetual. Army trying to challenge Louie Ramirez sa blockings.
Perpetual able to take the lead for the first time in this set. And that is inside. Service ace yan. Michael Medalla able to get it in.
Finally, Perpetual getting an ace.
So sila ngayon yung lamang doon sa poll question natin sa Pilipinas.
So
Live.
far,
So far.
nagkaroon na ng puntos.
Oh, Medalla taking his time there in the service line. So from an ace, it turns into an error para kay Michael Medalla. Balwalwa with the serve. That one over-received. Pagkakataon para sa Army. Medina gets his first touch. It's a soft one. Ramirez. Oh! How do you stop this guy?
Grabe yung bilis ng bola nito si Louie Ramirez. Kahit medyo malayo talaga sa net yung set sa kanya. Kayang-kaya niyang adjustan with the height, yung talon, the spin. Kaya kailangan talaga ng Army bantayan itong si Louie Ramirez.
Medina wants another one. And down it goes for Wewe Medina.
Pinabawi agad itong Army. Itong si Medina, binubuhay talaga. Kailangan din naman nilang buhayin itong team nila para manalo dito sa set na to.
That's his first point. Talking about Wewe Medina, he had 18 in that win against the Navigators Iloilo. Pepito with the receive in Narciso. The tip. And that one through for Casey Andrade.
Medyo nawala ng blocker doon itong Army, no? Kaya naman bukas na bukas. Medyo na late dito si Medina.
Louie Ramirez will serve at yung kanyang numbers so far.
So far, no, 11 points na agad ito si Louie Ramirez with 8 attacks and 3 blocks for Louie Ramirez already.
Point will be replayed. We hope Wewe Medina is fine. I think he hit that side near the first referee. Yung poste dun. Good serve by Ramirez. But a free ball given up. But it's back with Perpetual. Pepito. Ramirez, binitin pa.
Grabe yung hang time dito ni Ramirez. Already on his 9th point. 11 attacks. 9 attacks na, no? 9 attacks na.
12 points. Ang dami na niyang na-contribute.
Oh, 12 points na.
Pero na-impress ako dun. Diyos, grabe yung beating niya.
Time, nasa harap talaga natin. Kita-kita natin yung talon eh. Parang yung talon niya kahit anong libero eh.
But again, the service errors continue for Perpetual. That is their 7th service error. Medina will be the one to serve. Narciso upset. And that is outside for Marapok. All right, we get our first challenge of the match. Perpetual Altas Kinto Tyres will ask for a block touch. Not sure if we were able to see that clearly.
Medyo mataas eh. Pero sabi ng mga players ng Perpetual, check down. So we'll see.
So i-check natin kung may check yung play na yun. The attack by Marapok was initially called outside, but block touch ang hinihingi. Ooh, yes. Kita mo yung pinky finger.
Grabe din yung mga mata nitong mga players natin. No? Kitang-kita talaga kahit sobrang liit nung check na yun.
And because of that challenge being successful, we now reach the first technical timeout. Perpetual up by 3.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Now, like what you mentioned earlier, Dip and Julius, the NCAA champs Perpetual Outlaws lost to the UAAP champs NU Santa Elena. And ang sabi sa akin ni head coach Sammy Acailar, it was really the lack of confidence for his team dahil bagong liga alongside 24 different teams or clubs that they can't really know what to expect. So it's unavoidable for his kids to go through the lack of confidence. Kaya ang solusyon ni Coach Sammy, tinanggal niya lahat ng parusa niya sa training dahil para sa kanya mas kailangan nila ng motivation instead of a sermon. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ayana, for that report. No, so reverse psychology ba ang tawag doon? In-expect siguro ng players niya straight set loss against the UAAP champs. They might be given a hard time, pero hindi yun yung ginawa ni Coach Sammy.
Knowing Coach Sammy, no, kasi there was a time na nakapaglaro ako sa team niya before, and yun nga, yung parusa talaga, iba din talaga, very strict talaga ito si Coach Sammy. Dahil yun nga, tama ka doon, mukhang ni-reverse psychology niya muna for this league.
Eh mukhang gumagana naman, no, against Army. Curious lang ako ano ba yung mga parusa na Yos pa. Baka may mga masishare ka sa aming experience mo under Coach Sammy.
For sure yan, no? Yung mga mas matagal na mga jogging, mga takbo, mga circuit, mga push-up siguro, yung mga pwedeng pagawa dyan. Eh. That was before. Ewan ko na lang ngayon kung ano yung mga parusang binibigay ni Coach Sammy.
Baka nag-adapt na rin siya with the times, no? And it seems to be working just fine for Perpetual. They're up by 5 points over the Troopers, 10 serving 5. Labide, the attack is flat.
Labide trying to look for the hands of the blockers.
Tatawag ng timeout si Coach Melvin Carolino.
Isa-isa tayo, isa-isa tayo. Ha? Simulan muna natin sa ano. Pag sa inyo, diskartehan lang. Diskartehan. Hindi tayo mananalo ng ganito. Ha? Diskartehan natin. Sabi ko sa iyo, huwag mo madaliin. Huwag mo madaliin. Bilisan mo, okay yun. Pero huwag mo madaliin, ha? Ha? Receive muna tayo. First ball muna tayo. First ball. Ha? First ball tayo. First ball.
May receive. Pag umangat, tara. Diskartehan na lang.
Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Again, timeout called by Coach Melvin Carolino as his team is down by 6 points here in set number 2. What do you think are the adjustments, Jos, na kailangan gawin dito ng Army that they haven't done since set number 1?
Yun pa rin, no, yung hinahanap sa kanila ni Coach Melvin, no, yung intensity talaga, yung ingay nila sa court, wala yung giggle. Actually, may giggle sila sa palo. Ayun nga lang, hindi na convert into a point dahil nga medyo, ayun nga, nagkakaroon ng frustration. Kaya naman yun, kanina, nakita natin yung palo, medyo malayo talaga, try niyang ipatama sa blocker. Kaya lang nga, ayun, hindi tumatama. So ayun, kaya lang mas mag-usap, more on communication talaga, and mas ma-convert yung giggle into a point.
Speaking of gigil, itong Perpetual are showing that grit right now. That could kickstart this run by Army. The attack from Liberato.
Finally, Army, no, getting a point sa middle with Kevin Liberato. Now on the service area.
6-point lead. And that's an ace for Liberato.
And another point for Kevin Liberato na naman. Ngayon, may service ace na itong Army.
Another short serve. This time picked up by Perpetual. Popped up by Medina. Enciso bumps it to the other side. Regalo para kay Medalya.
Sayang yung depensa doon, no, ni Wewe Medina. Medyo nag-alangan sa pag-set itong si Enciso, kaya naman umover ang kanyang set at nagbigay ng libreng puntos para sa Perpetual.
Oh, Ramirez did not know where to go there.
Another error for Army kasi nagsimula ito sa misreceive ni Lapide and medyo hindi na control dito ni Ramirez kasi gusto niya sana i-set dito sa backline kay Enciso, kaya lang nga, ayun, medyo hindi niya na control.
And again, Army in shambles in their execution. Hindi sila makakuha ng malinis na play.
Medyo lumulobo na naman ang errors dito nitong Army, kaya naman lumalayo na ang lamang ng Perpetual. Better reception.
Well, Army finally ends that drought after the biggest lead of Perpetual.
Talagang kailangan lang nila makareceive na maayos kasi nakakapuntos naman sila.
And Narciso to the running Medalya. Pepito with the save. That's a double contact called on JC and Narciso.
Medyo dumulas doon, no, sa daliri niya yung pagkakaset kay Louie Ramirez, kaya naman nag-double ito.
And another violation for Narciso. That's 3 straight points para sa Army. And they're only down by 5.
Army looking good here. Only 5 points away.
10-15 is the score. Medalya will be the one to set. Mateo had to use his offhand na isalba pa ni Enciso. At puntos para sa Army.
Etong kita natin, no, itong Perpetual na naman ang medyo nag-struggle sa reception, kaya naman nag-result ito sa mga attacking errors nila.
4 straight points for Army to cut the lead down to 4. And Narciso goes to Medalya. Still nothing for Perpetual. Ooh. That's a hard fall for Nico Ramirez, who was slow to get up. I don't think there was any contact on the part of Perpetual. It's just that he mistimed. Sumobra kasi yung bola. But first, we will take this short break. Perpetual up by 5 as we bring you the second technical timeout. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center as we invite you all to watch the PBA 3x3 second conference this year every Monday and Tuesday only on One Sports, PBA Rush, and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3 laro ng tatlo. And Perpetual able to stop that run by Army. It was a 4-0 blast for the Troopers, which cut the lead down to just 4. Pero yung error nga na yun, you mentioned, yung nakita mo Yos, naharangan ata si Ramirez.
Yes, naharangan siya rin isang player nitong Army, kaya naman pagtalo niya, medyo sumabit yung paa niya. Kaya medyo hindi maganda yung pagbagsak niya doon.
But he continues to play, so he is fine. Medalya though, keeps on adding the points para sa Kinto Tyres Altas. And an ace. Marapok adds to that category for Perpetual. Medina with the first ball. Ramirez goes to Labide. Sent back. Nico goes middle. Yun din ang ginawa ng Altas. Balik sa Army ang bola. Enciso. And it's a point.
Good adjustment there, no, by Enciso. Actually, yung palo niya mukhang papunta sa labas. Kaya lang nga, medyo dinipensa nito ni Louie Ramirez.
12 serving 18. Hindi masyado nakakuha ng service error si Army, but the timing, just like in set number 1, nung pinasok si Barica, is costly for the Troopers.
It's actually the third service error na ng Army.
(19 serving 12). Michael Medalya will be the one to serve. Ramirez. Ooh. Way out for Webe Medina.
Webe Medina trying to find the hands of the blockers itong Perpetual. Kailangan medyo masyadong mataas.
Eight-point lead for Perpetual. Kinto Tyres as final timeout for this set called by Coach Bong Carolino.
Point, ha? Huwag tayo manggigil. Ha? Simplihan lang natin, diskartehan lang natin. Ha? Mas matatanda tayo, mas may edad tayo, mas may experience tayo sa paglalaro pagdating sa kanila. Yun yung tatak nyo sa isipan nyo. Ha? Maglaro tayo na may diskarte. Hindi yung puro lakas. Naninigas yung shoulder natin, naninigas. Gusto natin pumuntos. Pero wala kang pumuntos, ha? Go! Army! Troopers!
Timeout called by Coach Bong Carolino, and we heard ano ba yung basa niya sa players niya so far. Nanggigigil talaga Yos. Everyone trying to get a point, but they're not sticking to their strengths right now.
Actually, good point there, no, by Coach Bong. Kasi nga, pinapaalala niya dito sa kanyang team na tayo yung veteran dito sa larong to. Pakita natin kung sino tayo,
Yeah.
yung sabi ni Coach kanina. Kasi yun yung advantage sila, veteran sila. And then, kailangan lang diskartehan yung mga palo. Hindi kailangan laging malakas talaga. Kasi mukhang gusto lang sabayan yung mga lakas ng palo nitong Perpetual.
Hindi naman lahat all about power.
Tama.
But lucky for them after that timeout, nag-service error itong Perpetual. But that's another point. Casey Andrade floating. Kobe Tabuga will check in for Narciso. Let's see who will play as setter for them. That one is outside. 9th service error na ng Perpetual. But still with that Yos, no, ang laki pa rin ng lamang nila.
Nababawi nila Nababawi nila sa attack, sa block, sa defense. And yung poll natin mukhang hindi paramihan ng service aces.
Paramihan service error pala.
Paramihan ng service errors. And ito kita nga natin na mukhang magsiset na itong si Mateo.
Yung sinabi mo nga no, na he can play multiple positions. And Clint Mateo, a lengthy setter for Perpetual. And they get that point.
The height advantage of Mateo, no?
Mahaba
Kita natin
siya
dito. Mahaba talaga yung mga braso-braso and all the legs. Kaya bagay na bagay din mag-setter.
Ramirez will serve. And another ace courtesy of Louie Ramirez. They have a lot of service errors but also nababawi din naman nila with the aces. It's high risk, high reward for the Altas.
Yung service nitong si Ramirez, no? Parang pinalo din ng backline.
And another ace back-to-back for Louie Ramirez. 15 points now for the reigning NCAA MVP. Across the board, Yos, iba't ibang category yung ginagawa niya.
10 attacks, no? With 3 blocks. Grabe, 3 big blocks na rin yun. And then 2 service aces at this stage of the match.
And just like that, Perpetual Kinto Tyres now at set point. Abdul Majid popped up by Ramirez, which almost turned into a point. Chance here for Perpetual to finish. And it drops for Arozado.
Good placing there by Arozado.
Check out that replay, the off-speed, and it drops.
Kitang-kita natin doon, no, na hindi kailangan talagang laging malakas yung palo.
Right now, Perpetual up 2-0. We'll give you set number 3 after this break. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. And you're still catching the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Set number 2, a relatively easier win para sa Perpetual. What did we see there, Yos, na ginawa nung Perpetual, which got them a bigger margin over Army?
Actually, wala talagang ginagawang mas kakaiba dito
Yeah.
Perpetual, but yun nga, mas ano lang talaga sila, mas ready. Mas ready, mas solido yung ginagalaw nila compared to Army na yun nga, hindi natin makita kanina yung sinasabi nga ni Coach Bong na hinahanapan niya ng mas more veteran move itong Army. Dahil wala namang masyadong special ginagawa itong Perpetual nga dahil yun nga, talagang very reliable lang talaga mga spikers now nitong Perpetual.
Everyone doing damage for Coach Sammy Akailar at mas marami pang errors itong Perpetual in that set. But again, the other categories for Altas.
Yeah, gaya na pinag-usapan natin kanina, no? Kahit sobrang daming errors itong Perpetual with 7 errors, nababawi naman nila ito sa attacks with 13 huge attacks compared to only 6 itong Army and then 2 blocks. And ayun nga, wala din na block itong Army and then serves naman, grabe, 6 service aces. Itong nakuha nitong Perpetual only compared to 1 itong Army.
And 2 of those coming from Louis Ramirez at the latter part of set number 2. And they never looked back since they took over in that second set. Nauna pa nga nakapuntos doon yung Army. But then na-overtake agad nitong Perpetual Kinto Tyres. And right now they're 1 set away from getting their first win here in the Invitational Conference. We'd like to welcome you once again to our coverage on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco alongside Julius Joson on call for this match, and our courtside reporter Ayana Perlas giving us the updates and reports. Good start for Army courtesy of Villonson.
We're hoping to see more of that attacks nitong Army kasi katulad itong kaninang naunang sets, no? Talagang nakakauna sila ng mga puntos.
Walang ganun kanina for the Troopers. High ball. Picked up by Army. Nilipat kay Enciso. Wow!
Mukhang unting-unti nang nabubuhayan dito ang Army at they're hoping na sana magtuloy-tuloy.
Tumatak sa isip na sinabi ni Coach Bong Carolina na tayo yung veterano. No? We have to show we have the experience. And iba yung galaw nila dito sa third set. The chase by Mateo. Free ball para sa Troopers. In Narciso. Back row to Ramirez.
Kitang-kita natin dito sa Perpetual, no? Pagka naghahanap talaga sila ng puntos, hanapin talaga nila dito si Louis Ramirez.
Medina and Piking.
Literally flying talaga itong si Louis Ramirez, no?
Nag-miscue lang din yung dalawang players for Army. But again, Enciso gets his second point in the set. Oh, from the middle. Mateo is back in his position.
Very versatile player itong si Mateo. Setting and spiking.
Medalla serving 2-3. Ramirez goes to Medina. That is outside for Wewe Medina.
Medyo sumobra sa lihes ang palo nitong si Medina. Trying to target the cross court.
That is outside for Michael Medalla. So lead swings back to the Army Troopers.
Medalla, no, trying to take his time on serving. Talaga minsan tactics din talaga yun eh. Trying to freeze the receivers.
It's paid off a couple of times, but also nakailang error din siya on his services. Ramirez. Liberato was there for the pickup. And the attack of Medina sent back.
Medina needs more adjustment on his attacks. Kasi nga, kitang-kita natin, ang lalaki ng blockers dito sa side na to ng Perpetual. So, kailangan niyang dumiskarte talaga.
Oh, and Ciso has been on point here in set number 3.
Kung may Ramirez itong Perpetual, mukhang nagkakaroon tayo ng Enciso ngayon for Army.
Oh, but the service from Enciso is long.
Another service error for Army. Ano nga, no, mukhang paramihan talaga tayo ng service error ngayon.
The captain, Louis Ramirez, serving 5-all. That is inside for Louis Ramirez. Third service ace para sa kanya.
Good target there by Ramirez. Targeting between Labide and Medina. Talagang dulong-dulo yung service niya.
Right on the line for Ramirez. Over-received, but Army still has it. Free ball given up. Mateo and Narciso. And Ciso from the back row.
And Ciso getting lots of points there. Mukhang talagang hinahanap ngayon ni Ramirez itong si Enciso para mas mabuhayan itong Army.
But another service error, this time from Wewe Medina.
Yun yung kailangan iwasan itong Army. Dahil nga kahit itong Perpetual, kahit nakakarami sila ng errors, yun nga nababawi nila sa ibang angle ng kanilang ginagawa.
5 service errors para sa Troopers. Labide. Who was there for the pickup. Good dig by Ramirez. Mateo mula sa likod. Violation on Army. That was Liberato touching the net. And again, Perpetual first to this technical timeout.
Welcome back to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Now, the Philippine Army may be down, but their spirits are up high. Most especially dahil alam nila na fresh yung communication and bond nila, and they just need to let that out. Right before this game, actually, nagkaroon silang ng team building, which they don't actually call team building. They call it a family bonding. They know their team's weaknesses, they know their strengths, and they are mentally matured as well. All they have to do is just put it into action if they want to bounce back in today's game.
Thank you, Ayana, for that report. Of course, itong Army Troopers, one of the more veteran squads in the Spikers Turf. So, hindi na basta-basta ang team itong Army. Kumbaga, sabi nga ni Ayana, pamilya na yung Troopers.
Although, minsan nag-a-add lang sila, may mga nawawala, may mga pumapalit na players dito sa Army. Kaya kailangan lang ng another bonding talaga for this conference. And then another service error for Army. Total of 6 points.
Ang pinapamigay nila sa Perpetual. And yung aces naman, obviously Perpetual have more. They have 7 compared to the one of Army. Ramirez binigay kay Labide na ibalik.
Medyo frustrated talaga dito si Labide. Hindi siya makalusot. Sa laki ng blockers itong Perpetual.
Narciso with that serve. Back row attack. Popped up by Narciso. Stopping the attack of Enciso. Ramirez. Pepito with a save. Mateo sends it to Louis. Then the other Ramirez. Able to tip it down.
Medyo nag-over-receive dito ang libero ng Army, si Jason Uy. Nagawa nito ng paraan ni Ramirez. And Perpetual already has 6 block points na, no? Only compared to 1 itong Army.
There was a check. Army was trying to see if merong touch doon, and then Ciso telling them na tumama sa kanyang elbow. So no need to challenge for the Troopers. 11 serving 8. 3-point lead here in set number 3. Combination. And finally, Labide connects.
They need more of that, no? Yung talagang combination plays, hindi lang yung mga open-open, buka-buka. Kasi nga, ang lalaki ng blockers itong Perpetual.
And especially for Labide, who really wants to get going in this game. Ramirez tried to find that opening. Medina with the attack. Naibalik. Narciso. Pepito sets up the play. Louis on the attack. Players scrambling to save the ball. The drop for Enciso doesn't work. Back row attack. And it drops for Marapok.
Kitang-kita natin, no? Ang daming options itong Perpetual. Kahit sinong hanapin itong setter, makakapalo at makakapalo talaga.
.12 serving 9. Enciso hitting the antenna, and another point for Perpetual.
And another error for Army. Back to service line. Medalla with 1 attack point of his 7 attempts.
Michael Medalla serving 13-9. Oh, that was blocked, and nobody home for Army to pick it up.
Sayang, no? Yung puntos na yun, hindi nagtuloy yung rally.
Errors here in set number 3. 6 na for Army. Only 2 so far for Perpetual. Medina. And he finally gets one, because before that point, he has struggled in this match.
Finally, no? Medina getting a point off the block. Kasi nga, lalaki talaga ng blockers itong Perpetual.
Oh, you can see a completely different game for him. 1 out of 7 in his attacking prior to that one. The energy somewhat has shifted, no? Nung simula nung set 3, akala natin mag-shift yung momentum sa Philippine Army Troopers.
Yan, no? Hindi lang ma-maintain yung energy na kailangan nila for the set.
Let's back up to a 5-point lead for the Altas. Mateo will serve. He's got 7 to his name.
And finally, no, si Liberato nakakulit ng puntos sa middle. Well, yun nga, mas better reception, better attacking for Army. So far, no, itong Perpetual, mas konti ang errors for the set compared to Army.
And that one is inside. Army getting an ace of their own courtesy of Enciso.
Army now is only down by 3 points. At kung gusto lang ipanalo itong set na to, no, they have to maintain that energy.
1-2 play, and it works for Enciso. And he sends us to the second technical timeout. Perpetual up by 4 over Army.
Pinakamatakaw, siguro pupunta ako kay Kwan. Kay JC Narciso, every time busog yun. Pinakagalande, pupunta ako kay Michael Medalla. Every time bago sapatos nun. Pinakakuripot, yung kababayan ko, Kobe Tabuga. Kasi hanggang ngayon, di pa ako nililibre. Siyempre, walang duda, ako na yun.
May mga booking ang nagaganap dito sa Spikers Turf. And of course, we invite you all to watch Spikers Turf live in HD On Demand via Pilipinas Live. Enjoy the action anytime, anywhere, and on any device. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com. And the captain serves. That one is wide para kay Liberato.
At lumulobo na naman dito ang lamang ng Perpetual.
Look at the numbers for Luis Ramirez. 18 big points. And he's not yet done. Ramirez tried to do his own 1-2. But it doesn't work. Mateo was able to get a point.
2 players were there for Army. Kaya lang nga, medyo nagkaroon ng miscommunication. Dahil nandun na yung libero actually ng Army for a chance ball. Dahil nga, sana si NC ay para umatras na for an attack.
So far, Narciso getting the better of that setter matchup. He's got 12 excellent sets, 4 points to go along with it. Para naman kay Nico Ramirez para sa Army, 9 excellent sets and 2 points. Oh, uncharacteristic of Luis Ramirez, especially with how he's played in this game. 12 ang service errors nitong Perpetual. 13 serving 18.
Hindi nagpatalo doon ng Army. Hinaltan din ng service error.
7
na. Pero yun nga, no, dahil nga kahit nagkakaroon maraming errors itong Perpetual, na napapalitan lang ng better attacking. Kaya mas lumalaki yung lamang nila.
That one was outside for Medalla. Medyo nang hinayang siya dun because it was supposed to be an easy point. Just mistimed that hit. Lead is down to 5 points, 14-19. Narciso back sets to Mateo and it drops.
Medyo na-delay dito ng cover ang likod ng Army.
Combination para kay Abdul Majid and it's outside.
Another error for Army, no? Yun nga, medyo lumalaki na yung lamang dito ng Perpetual at medyo bumababa yung moral dito ang energy nitong Army.
Single block para kay Marapok. They go to Medalla and he scores. Timeout will be called by Philippine Army.
Block ka eh, palabas yung bola. Palabas yung block mo. Kaya pag tama, labas. Di pa tapos yan. Laro lang tayo. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Pa tayo. Dahan-dahanin natin. Dahan-dahanin natin. Isa-isa tayo. Isa-isa lang. Ha? Pagka-points natin, mag-celebrate tayo. Kasi wala nag-celebrate eh. Ha? Wala muna tayo. First ball muna tayo. First ball.
Army! First!
Timeout called by Coach Bong Carolino. His team down big here in the third set.
And it's Perpetual's turn naman, no? To expose some of their players. We're seeing fresh faces here.
Another chance here para sa Army. That one is outside for Labide. What looks like Army will call for a challenge, asking for a net touch. Oh, they're trying every bit of luck that they can get here. Medyo malayo na kasi yung abante nitong Perpetual Kinto Tyres.
It's their chance now to break the momentum of Perpetual. Kahit sinasabi nitong Perpetual na walang touch daw talaga. Pero we'll see. Mamaya, hindi lang naramdaman. Nag-touch sa net. Yung blockers.
So we await for this challenge. The attack by Labide was outside but net touch ang hinihingi. Bit of a light and fun moment for Army. Siyempre natutuwa sila kapag yung mga assistant coach nabibigyan ng exposure.
Tama. And also the head coach of Army.
We are still checking if there's a net touch. But if Perpetual goes on to win this one, Yos, itong Altas will improve to 1-1. Same with Army, who will drop down to 1-1 after getting their first win against the Navigators.
But yun nga, napag-usapan din natin kanina na Perpetual will face their next matches against Ateneo and the Navigators. So, and ito namang Army will face National University. Mukhang malalakas din yung mga susunod na mga kalaban.
Meron ka pang Ateneo Blue Eagles
At
in that
Ateneo,
pool.
yes.
You also have Don Pacundo, De La Salle, Das Marinas, part of this group. Up next, meron din tayong laban between Signal HD Spikers for their first game here in the Invitational Conference as they go against the Santa Rosa City Lions. Net touch is what they're asking for. Parang wala. It looks clean. So no net touch. And point stays with the Perpetual Kinto Tyres Altas, who are just 2 points away from winning this match. And Narciso will be the one to serve. Oh, napatagal kasi yung paghintay dun.
Yeah, no, just to break the momentum. Sometimes talagang kahit nakita natin walang net touch or ano, talagang tawagan na yung challenge nitong Army.
(15-23), a huge 8-point advantage for the white shirts. Ramirez with a serve in Narciso, upset, and down it goes for Marapok.
Ang ganda ng angle doon, no, ni Marapok. Talagang very sharp angle.
And just like that, Perpetual is now at match point. Pinasok ni Coach Sammy Cordeniera and Gelogo for their first appearances. But Army saves a point, not just yet. Says Denyoso. But that was Villonson rather. Back row attack kept alive. Ramirez, inangat ulit kay Villonson. Pepito ups it. The finish, not just yet. Uy with a push. Pagkakataon para sa Perpetual. And Narciso goes back row. And that ends. Courtesy of Jeff Marapok. And the Perpetual Kinto Tyres Altas get their first win here in the Invitational Conference.
Actually, nagkaroon ng chance doon, no, ang Army to attack. Kaya lang nga, nirisk nitong si Jason Uy, ng libero, to get a point on the second touch.
And they win in straight sets. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this break.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. That was the game against the Perpetual Altas versus the Philippine Army. And of course, joining me now is the best player of the game, Louie Ramirez, with a total of 18 points. Hello, Louie. Congratulations. Louie, alam naman natin that in the last game against NU, natalo kayo. And sabi nga sa akin ni Coach, actually, you guys were really, nawala yung confidence ninyo. So, ano ba yung mga in-apply nyong bago coming to this game, especially na veteran team yung makakalaban nyo?
In-apply namin yung pagiging one team namin kasi nung laban namin sa inyo, medyo nawala kami na overcome namin yung pagbabalik ni yung setter nila si Retamar. Kaya yun, nawala yung pinaghandaan namin. Tsaka siguro yung communication nun kasi nagpalit-palit ng tao si Coach Sam. Kaya hindi namin na anticipate na gano'n yung magiging laro.
Louie, alam din natin na isa kayo sa pinakabatang team dito sa Spikers Turf and yung mga makakalaban nyo, mga matatanda or veterans rather. So, I want to know, anong masasabi mo sa maturity ng team nyo going against one of the veteran clubs here in Spikers Turf, the Philippine Army?
Unang-una, gusto lang namin ipakita na kaming mga bata mas aggressive kaysa sa mga veteranong player tulad ng Army. Kaya yun, na-execute namin na maayos yung game namin kanina.
Alright, thank you so much, Louie, and congratulations once again. Our best player of the game from the Perpetual Altas, Louie Ramirez. Back to you, Dip and Julius.
Thank you, Ayana. So, veteran yung tamang term na sinabi ni Louie Ramirez for the Army Troopers. The young ones getting the job done here in straight sets over the Army Troopers. Break it down for us, Yos, mabilisan. Ano yung mga in-apply ng Perpetual that they learned from that loss against NU?
And yan, gaya ng sabi din kanina ni Louie Ramirez, talagang medyo hindi nila napaghandaan yung pagbabalik nitong si Retamar on that game. Kaya lang nga ngayon, medyo mas nakapaghandaan na sila kung ano yung gagawin nila talaga for this match. And nga, as expected, Louie Ramirez talaga with 18 big points.
Yep.
No? Kitang-kita natin, hindi talaga ito nabantayan itong Army.
reigning NCAA MVP with those numbers for the Perpetual Altas, and the final stats in set number 3 for these two squads.
Yan, on the third set, no, with 10 points each attacks, no? And then 3 block points for Perpetual compared to, ayun nga, walang nakuhang block itong Army, and then 1 service aces each, and then, ayun nga, dun nagkatalo sa errors na naman.
Finally, nag-switch yung errors dito sa set number 3. Perpetual able to limit their mistakes and turning things around to get the 3-set victory. Up next, we have the Santa Rosa City Lions going up against the Signal HD Spikers for our final match of your Sunday quadruple header. And that happens still inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center and here on Pilipinas Live. But for now, we say thank you and goodbye for watching this one. On behalf of our courtside reporter, Ayana Perlas, my partner, Julius Shoson, my name is Dip Dipianco saying thank you for watching and stay with us here at the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference where power meets passion.